gotta love it when you just pop in and you lay out what it is. It'll come back. It'll come in. Just don't worry about it. But welcome, people, on SpeedGaming. We are at the first game of Autumn Out of Habit versus FPiz. I'm going kind of solo for cons for a bit, as my co-com is currently eating right now, but I'll be joined by my co-com sometime after. Never mind, they're coming in right away.
I'm here. Everyone, I'm here, and I'm ready to go. Oh, I'm hearing myself. Shit. There we go. Had to mute the stream on my end. Okay, I hope am I sounding okay? Just plugged in my headset very quickly, so couldn't check if everything's okay, but well. Here we go, let's have a look at the race. Oh, it's not quite started yet, but it should be any second now. Oh, there we go. Hello, everyone. Okay, so we've got the first game, race, in a match in loser's bracket between Autumn Out of Habit and FPiz, and we are in top 8 territory, so these are getting to be very exciting. How are you feeling about this, Pikmin?
Aside from the loadout being all black for loading reasons, I'm finally glad we're nearing the end of this whole thing. Slow as it has been, sort of been lately with recent releases and all that.
Yeah, we're still on an old version of the randomizer here, which has some issues, but it's stable enough, and there were bugs with later releases, so we decided to stick with this one, even though we probably could have upgraded by now, but, well, reasons. Yeah. So I'm assuming, as usual, most people who are watching have watched the randomizer, but in case you haven't, this is Metroid Fusion, and the items are randomized, and pretty much the racers have to find a certain number of items to be able to finish the game, to be considered in go mode. And their second item in this seed is missile data, which is pretty much the vanilla start. So they will be going to the Arachnus area first, and will find at least the Morph Ball in that area, or on Arachnus himself. But could also find more. We've seen a number of seeds lately where they got all starting items when they had left this area. They had them all by then, or by getting to the main elevators. All the starting items in this version of the randomizers are missile data, as we have seen in this seed, and then also Morph Ball and the Speed Booster. Is this even random? That's the usual joke. Yeah. Well, we'll see how randomized it is. The seed was provided by Hercules Bench Press. It was the first time in a while that he provided a seed, so maybe it'll be spicier than recent seeds we've seen. Then again, we've seen a lot of spicy seeds lately, just not with Morph Ball starts, and everyone's craving a Morph Ball start again. Speaking of the Morph Ball, we just found it on the way to Arachnus. For the rest, it's just E-Tanks, so that's kind of vanilla, but who knows? Arachnus himself might have something other than the Arachnus special for once. Oh, Autumn almost Arachnus. That would have been quite a play. We've seen it a few times, but most of the time they don't skip Arachnus if it's a missile start. Because
that's just the Arachnus special.
Yeah, but well, there's such a risk. There's enough of a risk that it could be something big. Could be something, an actual major or something important, that you're not going to return here, so you might as well take the minute or less to fight Arachnus. Then you don't have to come back here, and you won't be screwed if it turns out that that Arachnus does have something you need. But yeah, this time it was just an E-Tank, and with that we have the missile data and the Morph Ball as the racers are making their way to the main elevators. Checking the cubbyhole, just an E-Tank. And yeah, the tracker is being annoying again. We've seen this once or twice before, but I'm sure it'll get checked. I'm sure it'll get sorted out. And yeah, let's... Oh, the item above the main elevators is just an E-tank as well. So far, nothing really special. And I'm guessing with this loadout, they're gonna go Sector 2 first. Though they could also go Sector 1, considering they have missiles and Morph Ball. It's kind of a toss-up. Let's see what Autumn does. Also go Sector 2, yep. So yeah, they'll go unlock their blue doors and do the cargo check here. If it's a major, they'll... Oh yeah, they got ice missiles. I missed that, but they got ice missiles and...
They also got Wave Beam in the game now.
Yeah, they got their aiming disabled. Is a typical joke with Wave Beam. Just Wave Beam on its own, you don't want it. You're gonna have a hard time hitting stuff. So yeah, that's annoying for the racers, and they'll have to deal with that. But yeah, at least they're finding something. It would be interesting if it was a race where they were like not finding any items at all until the last check, pretty much. We've seen that kind of seed before, but that's kind of evil. So yeah, blue locks and locks for FBIS. He's a little bit ahead of Autumn, but it's early enough in the race that doesn't really matter as long as they execute well and they make the right decisions. Anything can happen still.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna go check the Sector 2 data room, see if that holds anything of importance. If not, it's probably off to Sector 1. They have a few checks they can do in Sector 3
well, there's something point.
and 4, but... Oh, yeah, the speed booster. Okay, now we've got all the the starting... But, oh. I think the screen died? Is it
We're just trying to fix stuff real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be back in just a moment.
Yeah, everything's just going a little bit slow because there's a lot of things going on right now.
Yep. And we are back. Yeah, SpeedGaming was resetting the stream just to get the layout in order. But the races aren't visible yet. I'm sure they will be any more seconds. Question is, will we have missed anything? They just found Speed Booster in the Sector 2 data room. It depends on... Well, I guess after that they're gonna go Sector 1 probably. I see Autumn is just leaving Sector 2 probably. FBIS was a bit ahead, so... As soon as we can see the racers actually racing again, as soon as their streams are loading and moving, we will see where they are at and if anything of importance has happened in the meantime, so we've only missed a minute or 2 minutes at most. FBIS has indeed gone into Sector 1 as I predicted, only finding an energy tank so far. I doubt we've missed any other majors in the meantime. I think they just headed straight out of Sector 2 from finding the speed booster in the Sector 2 data room.
Yeah.
Oh, Autumn has actually gone to Sector 4 first. With the wave beam, that kind of makes sense, since you can do this check very easily. Oh, and it does.
Auto jump item.
Yeah, that's pretty nice to find. It's a relatively quick check, but the high jump, it gives a lot of movement options. You can get into lower Sector 2. It's just very nice to have early. So she's gonna be, if she goes to Sector 1 now, she's gonna be a bit ahead of FBIS in the Sector 1 loop, but she's gonna have that item that could certainly help out. FBIS only finding super missiles here in the lava room. And Adam is indeed also going to Sector 1. People are already speculating about a Ridley seed. But almost all the time when that is speculated about, it doesn't happen. I think we've only seen one Ridley seed. One seed where Ridley was mandatory in this tourney. I might be wrong about that. It might be two, but I think it was only one.
I mean, there might be plenty of majors for possible go modes in Ridley's area, just only one seed while Ridley itself is needed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what we call a Ridley seed, right? Or otherwise we can call it Torian seed, I guess, if Torian is mandatory, but that's not Ridley himself. We don't see Ridley seeds all that often because he can't have... Is it Plasma Beam?
Yeah, he can't have Plasma on him.
Yeah, that kind of makes
it this version is randomized, so the logic expects you to have Plasma to beat Ridley.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why it's not the most common thing. Quite rare, in fact. But we have seen it once, at least. Yeah, so FPIS got supers in the lava room. We saw that. Aside from that, I don't think we've seen them find any majors in Sector 1. Adam found the high jump ball in Sector 4. I think that's all that has happened since the stream went down for a moment. Autumn finding her supers. Nefbiz is gonna do the speed booster check above the charge corrects. Also the one here. Well, he has a wave beam, so he can just check it. He didn't technically need to speed boost into there, but he did. And it's still working out. He didn't drop the speed booster on the way to the check above the charge corrects, but it's also just another E-tank, so nothing speed booster locked.
And just gets a message for one shot of the goal.
he executed very well, but unfortunately it's not paying off this time here, Sector 1 so far. So we might find something here. This is an area that commonly has a major... Nope, just power bomb tank.
Not this time.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen... Well, we missed some stuff, but I don't think either runner already did the wall jump check.
I'm pretty sure FPIS did.
Oh, FPIS did?
I didn't see what it was.
Okay, I missed it then, but I'm gonna guess it wasn't a major.
Ooh, Autumn has to go farm for Green X.
Yeah, that's a bingo card space that folks can cross off if they want, yeah. This is a typical spot where they run out of missiles and have to do some Green X farming. If you're not playing along with a bingo card, by the way, you can type Fusion Bingo in the chat to get a link to the Fusion Bingo card. There we go. FPIS leaving Sector 1. I'm gonna guess he's gonna go, yeah, Sector 3. Though he doesn't have the bombs yet to unlock green doors, but there's some other tricks he can do. What all can Ridley have that is required to finish the game? People are asking.
Well, all I know is that in this version of the randomizer, he could either have speed booster or gravity go mode items.
Yeah, gravity for sure. Speed booster, I would guess so. I've never seen that. A Varisuit is found here in the Telltale Heart check. I don't know why people call it Telltale Heart, but it's called that by some for some reason. Yeah, not a mandatory, but it will help with survivability, particularly in Sector 6. The blue X won't hurt anymore. Which we've seen people dying to this blue X and kind of losing the race or getting into really bad positions because of that, so it's a good item to get.
Speaking of bombs.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's green doors they can unlock, so yeah. Sector 3 definitely made sense to come to at this point. Certainly the logical progression. Shoutouts to Linkforce, by the way, for doing the tracking today. Very much appreciated. Gives us commentators less to think and worry about.
Okay, it was just an E-tank, so...
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I assumed it wasn't a major since we hadn't really seen anything come up, and FPIS is indeed unlocking the green doors. FPIS starting to get ahead a decent bit at this point, as Autumn is still not out of Sector 1 yet, and FPIS has unlocked green doors and found very certain bomb data. But Autumn does have that high jump that could potentially come into play, depending on when FPIS goes to Sector 4, if there's anything in lower Sector 2 that is mandatory. So let's go over the list of items that they still need at this point. FPIS doesn't have a jump upgrade yet. They need a gravity suit to unlock the red locks in lower Sector 4. They need a charge beam and they need a plasma beam. That's all the mandatories they still need at this point. Autumn is now in Sector 3. She's gonna get her bomb data and fairy suit here, and then she'll be one go mode item ahead of FPIS as long as FPIS doesn't go into Sector 4 or doesn't find space jump. But yeah, it all depends on the routing decisions from this point on. Autumn's a bit ahead, but it still turn out any which way.
Bob is vanilla.
Yeah, we've seen fun Bobs. We've seen Bob be go modes. We've seen Bob be a really key go mode item. But this time, just disappointingly being vanilla, not the spicy randomized item. Every Saros asks, is there no way to unlock red locks without gravity? I don't believe so.
No.
Is there? No. You really need it.
Yeah. Even if you attempt to clip through the red lock in Sector 4, you are confronted with a speed booster block and a screw attack block, and unless you have gravity suit and no screw attack, you can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, you just need that movement in the water. FPIS has gone into the box fight, and we are getting a taste of Cat Jam. Throw your cat jams in chat if you want, folks. And he's already finished it off. That was a quick box fight. Nicely done. Will this data room and Sector 3 pay off? Nope, the data room doesn't pay off. I think you're slightly ahead of me since you saw the missile tank pop up earlier than I did. Oh well.
Could be just internet speed and all that.
Yeah. Well, I've got a good internet speed, but sometimes I've noticed a few times that it's not always 100% synced here on Discord. In any case, Autumn just unlocked her green locks here in Sector 3 as FPIS is a bit ahead. Oh, finding a major here. Just Ice Beam.
Well, that's one way to get out of lower 4.
Autumn also gonna check more of Sector 3 here, so she's still gonna be following FPIS, but I think she's not really behind at this point because she's still got that high jump that could prove to be key.
Yeah, and Autumn can check Nova Stay as well, whereas FPIS couldn't.
Yeah. As I was saying earlier, that makes a few more checks possible, some more movements that could be required. It's just nice to be able to get those checks done as early as possible, and that's why having those movement items is nice. Nova Stairs is only a missile tank. And looks like FPIS is gonna go back to Sector 2, yeah. Doesn't have the high jump ball yet, so can't access lower Sector 2.
But he does have all the means of getting out.
Yeah, but he can't get in. So that's unfortunate.
Yes, he can get in. He has bombs.
Oh! I thought he still needed
No.
Oh no! You just yeah. Okay, yeah. No, I was getting.
Both entrances to lower 2 are bomb locked.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's bombs that's necessary. I was getting it confused because, well, just getting into the ball form that actually requires morph ball. I don't know. I was thinking that high jump is mandatory for that. So yeah, FPIS can actually do this. What is high jump and jump ball mandatory for again? Then I'm forgetting.
To beat the game.
Yeah, aside from beating the game, is it necessary for any major checks or areas to get into? I'm blanking on it. Not the best commentary here, folks.
Anyways, here's box.
Yep, Autumn is getting into the box fight that FBiz did, as FBiz is getting into lower sector 2. Autumn having a bit more difficulty with it than FBiz did, but also getting fairly quick fights. That's an early grab. That's well, early, 20 minutes in, but they're not too far into the seed. That's a nice pickup. So yeah, at this point they're pretty much missing their charge and plasma beam, and FBiz is missing a jump upgrade, which Autumn already has. So yeah, as soon as Autumn goes back to sector 2, finds that grab, Autumn is gonna be ahead, but maybe by that time FBiz has already found his high jump. So yeah, it all depends on the routing here, and well, good execution, of course. Magag asks, isn't high jump needed for Ceres in vanilla? In vanilla, yes. For Ceres in randomizer, they need, well, they logically need gravity suits to access Ceres, but they can also do it with either if you can space jump over the water to get to Ceres, or if you can do
underwater
wall jump. Yep, underwater wall jump, indeed. FBiz is gonna go check Oasis. This is always a favorite location of ours, just because of the the jokes you can make about it.
Finding nothing in Oasis.
Yep. No Wonderwall joke this time, folks. Yeah, so far, Sector 2, they found a gravity suit. Aside from that, nothing of note yet. Autumn is going into Sector 6. Oh, this is some spicy route divergence.
Very interesting, at least.
Yeah, we've seen these plays either really pay off or completely bomb, so it's a risk, but it could pay off. Yeah, this is an interesting play. Just as FBiz is going into this zombie fight, which is also kind of... There are people who are pro checking checking Zazabi early, and people are against it. Kind of controversial, but well, at this point, FBiz can still afford to do so, and who knows, it might pay off. Oh, there's a major here in Sector 6. What will be?
Ooh. Are you ready for adventure?
Yes, we have activated the screw attack. Adventure time. Yeah, come on, grab your screw attack, because we are going to distant checks. Screw attack can really lead you to places that are way off the critical path for your go mode, but it can also be mandatory, so who knows what it will be in this seed. Oh, yeah, FBiz softlocked himself by fighting Zazabi. I forgot about that, because indeed he didn't have the high jump, well, the high jump or space jump to get out of there. So he had to reset, not losing much time, because he had saved beforehand.
Don't forget Ripper Tower.
Yeah, the Ripper Tower. Not finding anything of importance, just some trash. RNG haters saying FPS with some nice pancakes. I'm not sure what the pancakes thing is referring to. Do you have any AD, Pikmin?
No.
Oh, the gravity suit icon, kind of looking like a stack of pancakes. Yeah, he found it here in early lower sector 4, sector 2. Yeah.
Oh, and here's a Maiden.
Yeah, I'm finding a major here in this Loser Speedway, I think it's called.
Loser Highway.
Loser Highway.
Ooh,
I get these names. Oh, it pays off this time. We rarely see anything of importance be here, but this time it's one of the Go mode items, Charge Beam. So that's not necessarily a bad play. They both have one of their key Go mode items. FPS has Gravity Suit. Autumn has Charge Beam. We haven't seen where Plasma Beam is yet. So yeah. I think technically Autumn is ahead at this point because she has one more Go mode item. She has the high jump.
Oh!
Oh!
Okay.
Well, she didn't need it, but FBiz finds this high jump. Yeah. Okay. FBiz is in Sector 4 and has found his high jump and has caught up in the major Go mode items count. But yeah, finding that space jump isn't bad. It could be mandatory for getting this the plasma beam, who knows? So yeah, at this point we have to see FBiz go to Sector 6 for his charge beam, and we have to see Autumn go to Sector 2 for the gravity suit, so yeah. Oh, that means that screw is required. Oh.
Yep.
I hadn't realized that yet. Okay, so yeah, this time screw definitely necessary. Still, you never know with screw. It can really help you out or be a problem. People are still hoping for Plasma Turian, but Ridley Dream is dead.
Charge Beam was locked behind screw attack blocks. Well, technically, screw attack blocks were in the way of a room, and you need enough room to get speed booster to go. Oh, and that's main powerbomb data.
Oh, and that also opens up more checks, and yeah. So I think at this point, Autumn, she doesn't have gravity suit, but she has access to everywhere beyond lower sector 4. She has a metric ton of checks she can do, while FBiz lagging a little bit behind in that department. He has to go to Sector 6 soon. Then again, he might find Plasma Beam here in Sector 4, you never know. Where could that Plasma Beam be? Any guesses, Pikmin?
Not in lower 1.
Yeah. Well, not on Ridley, at least.
We did have Plasma Go mode on on Scientist.
Yeah, that was one of the last races, indeed. Plasma Go mode on Gary the Scientist in lower sector 3. But they found Varia, so, and if Autumn also finds that gravity suit before going to lower sector 3, she definitely won't have to do any damage runs. Ceres is just an E-tank. Gravity was when you go to the west and head into lower sector 2, it's one of the first checks there. Behind the data room. So it's not deep into sector 2.
Nobody's checked animals yet.
No one's checked animals. It's a bit too early, but possible. I think we've seen animals have go modes once or twice. Always funny to see. Yakuza and Notori haven't been checked yet. No, I don't think. I think the only bosses that have been checked at this point are Arachnus, Sazabi.
Arachnus, Short Core, Mega Core, and Sazabi.
Yeah, yep. Indeed. And of those, none had anything major, I believe. Oh, we've also seen Box.
Box 1, at least.
Yeah, Box 1. Autumn resetting out of the part of lower sector 4 that she could access. Because there was nothing there, it's faster to just reset.
And I'm not even going to bother checking lower 4. That's quite a gamble on Autumn's end.
Well, I don't think we've seen FPIS find anything of importance there, so...
Well, yeah, just because we know that FPIS checked lower 4 doesn't mean Autumn knows that there might be anything there.
Yeah, it's definitely a risk, but the gamble could pay off this time. FPIS has gone into Sector 6, so he will find his charge beam
5, not 6.
Oh, he's gone into 5. Oh, oops. For a second I thought it was 6. My bad. Okay, no, so unless Plasma Beam is here... And Autumn is gonna go do the animals check. You know, Autumn still... Oh! Major.
Ah.
The fusion missiles, they already had an ice beam.
Well, that's all missiles.
Yeah, but not really gonna help them anymore at this point. Aside from an easy scam out of lower sector 4. Animals? Animals are... Oh, a major?
Oh my god! We're in no mode now! Oh my god!
I think that's the second time we've seen that. And
Autumn's saving the animals!
Autumn is rewarding the animals by saving them. I didn't think we'd see this anymore, but yeah.
Well...
Props to Autumn for, in top 8, still saving the animals. This cost a bit of time, but, well, right now it looks like she can afford to do this. Her only go mode item that she needs anymore is Gravity Suit, so she needs to go to lower sector 2 for that. But it's not far in, so as soon as she goes to sector 2, she will find it. FBiz, on the other hand, still needs to go to sector 6 for his charge beam and the animals for his plasma beam. So, yeah, this could go any way now. We are in no mode for the commentators, but the racers, yeah, they just have to make the right decisions without really having the knowledge that we do. Arachnus, it was a missile start, so Arachnus was checked at the very start of the race. So far, Sector 5 not paying off, and we know that there's not gonna really be anything to be found here, except for... No, I don't think there's a single major that can be found in Sector 5 at this point. They found
FS doesn't have main PB, so he can't check 2 more items.
Yeah, which actually is a good thing, since it will save him time. He just has to rush over to Sector 6 and animals, we know, so PBs won't help him. Autumn is making the reactor silo play after doing the main deck checks. We also know she won't find anything here, so hopefully, well, oh, there is a
the white beam.
Yeah, okay, I forgot about white beam. White beam hadn't been found yet. Okay, yep. Well, that's all.
In the case of oops, all majors.
And yep, it's gonna be an all major seed indeed. It fixes the cosine beam she had, so now it's just a good beam. So cosine
unlocking the Mega Metroid a lot more easier.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. It helps for that. And Autumn is heading out of reactor silo, and well, hopefully for her, heading to sector 2, while FBIS is still
FBIS having trouble
checks.
aiming for that one specific spot.
the wave beam not helping him there. He's still on solo wave beam. Well, wave beam and ice beam technically, but yeah. Autumn
just
is in
needs gravity
sector 2.
for go mode, and FBIS just needs charge and plasma, which are in two different locations.
Yeah, assuming Autumn won't take too long anymore to find her gravity suit here in sector 2, she'll be heading into sector 4 to unlock the red doors fairly soon, and then we'll be in go mode, while FBIS still has to find 2 major items that are not the way he's going at the moment. So, very unfortunate for FBIS. He is showing us a lot of checks that we haven't seen yet, but they're all nothing, as we already know where all the majors are at this point. And they're certainly not in sector 5. Skipping the data room since he doesn't have the space jump. If he did fall in there, or jump in there.
I'm sure he did fall in there once.
Yeah, we've seen.
Since he had yellow doors, he was perfectly fine.
We've seen that once. Yeah, if you have yellow doors, indeed you're fine then. I had missed that. I had unlocked yellow doors. Autumn doing the east, as I like to think of it, the east. Lower sector 2 checks while she needs to go to the west. But she is probably gonna head there soon since she's going back up to upper sector 2. It would be very unfortunate if she decided to skip that part of sector 2, but I would assume that she's going to be thorough enough about it. Also, oh, she's gonna check this and presumably Crumble City as well. And I would guess then that she's gonna go to the west and find her gravity suit. FBIS is trying to place a bomb in just the way that it will hit the breakable block there, the bomb block.
Yeah, this one is not easy to get without power bomb.
Yeah, that's one we've seen people be stuck on for a minute or two and a few times.
That's fast in Crumble City.
Autumn is resetting? Is she gonna leave sector 2 or is she gonna go...
I'm supposed to just save there and reset just to save time of having to go back down.
She's... Okay, she's gonna go west this way. Well, first checking Oasis. Yeah, she's gonna go the roundabout way from where we know
yeah.
Gravity suit is. But she'll find it eventually. She's giving FBIS a bit more time to catch up. Linkshot says there's a setup. Oh, what were you laughing
Setting
at?
just to save time, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Linkshot says there is a setup for the PB-less check FBIS is doing, but nobody knows it. Do enlighten us, Linkshot, unless it's some secret tech that you aren't willing to share. Oh, Autumn is gonna fight Notori. We know it's not necessary, but she's gonna do it anyway. So we're gonna see a Notori fight. Giving FBIS more time to potentially catch up. With high jump, you just push yourself against the wall, then tap down while still rising. Yeah, I can see that working. I think I've seen people do that, but it's certainly not the most common thing to see. Notori has
missiles.
some trash, and once again a reset. While FBiz is in lower sector 4, which we know he only needs to go through for the red doors, but he is going to unlock the red doors, so that's not a bad play. Still needs to find 2 major go mode items though. But at least he'll have the red doors open, so if he does happen to go the right way for those majors, could potentially still be close. Depends on how long Autumn takes to find her gravity suits, though she's very close to it. And then also depends on how long it takes her to unlock the red doors and start heading for the SAX. Oh, she is heading out of Sector 2 without having checked the lower Sector 2 checks on the west, where we know gravity suit is. Oh no, Autumn! She is throwing!
Oh no, she's just making safe. Oh. Okay.
Okay, she's
just
probably
making for a moment, Dan.
Yeah, she's probably making the safe to sometime if she doesn't find anything here, but we know she will. Yeah. Okay, well, she saved it there.
We got
in more ways than one. That would have been very painful if she had left Sector 2 without finding her gravity suit here, which she's about to find in a few seconds.
Yep.
Well, FBiz has unlocked his red doors, and well, depends on where he's gonna go now, but unless he is very quick about it, looks like Autumn will have quite a head start for the ending of the seed, as she has now gotten all her go mode items. Just has to go unlock red doors in lower sector 4, which FBiz just did. Then she can go fight the SAX and the Omega Metroids.
But how it takes time? Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
especially since FBiz does not have screw attack, he needs to find it.
You have to know that it's there. He doesn't, so he's probably not gonna head there first thing. And then it does take time. And yeah, animals. Well, that's also a thing. Like it doesn't. It's kind of on the way to the operations deck where you have to fight the SAX. So if he had the knowledge, he could just head straight for Winner's Highway, get his charge beam, and then head straight for animals, get his plasma beam, and then head straight for the SAX. But he doesn't have the knowledge. At least we assume so. That would be quite some cheating there, but
yeah, we know screw attack is from Sector 6 as well, so...
Oh yeah, he also still needs that screw attack indeed from Sector 6, which he could find kind of on the way to Winner's Highway, but yeah, it's just gonna take too long when Autumn is about to go unlock red doors and then go fight the SAX. So kinda, it's definitely Autumn's race to lose at this point. FBiz lacks critical knowledge. Well, of this seed in particular, it's a randomizer. You know, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, anything can happen.
He has gone to Sector 6. We might see him get his charge beam before Autumn reaches the SAX, but at that point
he has to go all the way up to get his plasma beam, though.
Yeah, at that point he would still need plasma beam from animals, which probably wouldn't be the first check he would go make after that, so yeah. So a miracle kind of needs to happen here for FBiz to be able to catch up and be back in this race. He has found his screw attack, so that's the first. Missing link is still needed. He has all the majors he needs aside from the 2 go mode items. He doesn't need power bombs, he doesn't need space jump, he doesn't need the diffusion missiles.
I would be pretty nice for him by now.
Yeah, it would be nice, but it's not really what he needs at this point.
It would be very needed for it to be very close. Because otherwise he's gonna have a pretty hard time against Omega otherwise.
Yeah, it certainly helps for that. And FBiz is close to winner's highway in this case, but
decides not to check it first.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to go back and check for that.
Yeah, he's skipping it for now, and in most seeds that would probably be good play, but in this seed, sadly, not. And Autumn has unlocked her red doors and is in full go mode going towards the SAX. Autumn just has to leave lower sector 4 and head straight for the operations deck, while FBiz needing to find the right location here in sector 6 for his charge beam, and then still needing to find that plasma beam over at animals.
Yeah, he might be thinking that plasma might be on Megacore, but we already know that Megacore already has a different major item, so...
Yeah. This is... This is just how Randomizer goes, but it's quite painful when we have the knowledge as the commentators and audience. It's quite painful to see FBiz heading everywhere but where he needs to go. Right now it does look like a sub 50 seed, which is the average for Fusion Randomizer seeds. FBiz finds the space jump here, yep. Not the major he was looking for in Sector 6. Will we see him go to Winner's Highway and find his charge beam before Autumn is able to finish the siege? She is about to head into her SCX fight. She did save, so that's a good decision. You never know what might happen. Oh, and Autumn doing a nice job of stun locking the SCX with the ice beam and ice missiles, making quick work of its first form. As FBiz finds his charge beam in Winner's Highway. Yeah, well done FBiz, but you still need plasma beam from animals, and yeah, unless you head there right now and then are able to beat the SCX and Omega Metroid while Autumn dies, it looks like Autumn's just too far ahead at this point. Autumn made quick work of the Hornoid form and has now made
basically finished with this, yeah.
Yeah, has also made quick work of the core form, and she's setting the research station on a collision course with the planet SR388. As FBiz heads back into Sector 2. Yeah, as I was saying, we know he needs to go to animals, and it's a check he could make right now, but it's not the most obvious check for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just unfortunate due to the routing. He's
gonna make all the wrong checks.
Yeah. Where was power bomb data again? I'm forgetting about that.
Megacore.
Right. Due to his routing, he has not fought Megacore and gotten his power bomb data, which kind of persuades him away from main deck checks.
But with all the iron locations he's gonna check, he's gonna eventually come to the conclusion that main deck is possibly in play.
Yeah, but by that point it will be too late unless Autumn dies on Omega Metroid multiple times, I would say. Yeah. Just unfortunate. That's how it goes in Randomizer. Both runners have executed very well in this race, but the routing decisions have put Autumn quite a bit ahead, as she's now into the Omega Metroid fight. We didn't see her swag spark, sadly. She dropped it, I think. Or...
She bonked on the platform, so...
Oh, she bonked, yeah. Yeah. Autumn having all majors and all beams is able to stun lock the Mega Metroid relatively easily, and that's her finishing in 49 minutes and 25 seconds, roughly. GG's, Autumn, show your GG's in chat. 27 seconds, yep. Well done. The question is now, of course, will we get the racers in for their post-race interview? Oh, and there we have Autumn.
Hello, Autumn.
Hello. Congrats on winning this game 1 of your match versus FPiz. How do you feel about it? She is not quite talking yet. I assume she's sorting out her microphone or something.
I actually wasn't able to hear you until just now.
Oh!
Well, that explains it.
Yeah, we were saying GG. Congrats on winning your first race versus FPiz. And how do you feel about it?
You know, I'm feeling really good about my routing, especially after FPiz and I have been chatting about it a bit. But
yes, yeah, your routing turned out to be very good in this seed.
You know, I was only planning on checking the top 2, or I think I decided on 3 items in Sector 6. And then I was going to go through Upper 4. But then I found Screw Attack and was like, okay, well, I should check Pillar Highway. And then Charge told me to go down and fight Megacore.
Yeah, those decisions turned out very well in this seed. And we see FPiz forfeit, and FPiz has also joined the interview.
Hello.
How do you feel about your loss here in the first race versus Autumn?
It's fine. It was a pretty weird seed, but I haven't played good, but it's okay. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you both executed very well. It's just Autumn's routing turned out to be better for the seed. For another seed, yours could have turned out better. It's just that's just how randomizer goes. Yeah, you just went to Sector 6 too late.
Yeah, I really wanted to go to animals or in general to main deck, but I was waiting for power bombs, and I wasn't getting any major, like nothing. For a lot of time.
Yeah, lower Sector 2. Yeah. After the gravity suit, it didn't pay off for you. Sector 4 didn't pay off for you.
Sector 5 didn't.
Yeah. You were very thorough in all those sectors, but those just were unfortunately the places that did not pay off in this seed.
I was fully expecting gravity to be in Sector 5 and that FPiz was going to beat me because of it. But also it was a funny moment finding out why he never found his power bombs, which are what led me to main deck in the first place.
Yep.
Yeah, on the Megacore X. It's just unfortunate because of the routing that FPiz couldn't fight Megacore X when he was in Sector 6, but at that point it was already too late. You were already on the way to fight SCX Autumn. So
I wouldn't have dove into lower Sector 6 except I found that charge beam. Also, you're welcome for your bingo cards, chat.
Yeah.
Ironically, there's a comment on the scheduling thread for this that says, I bet the animals won't get saved in this one, but I have to thank them for Plasma Beam.
Yeah, we were surprised to see it, but it was certainly a nice surprise. I think, yeah.
I would say, had to thank them. Yeah. There's no other situation where they would have been saved unless they gave me gravity or plasma.
Yeah, props for doing that. But yeah, in that situation, I can understand. And well, luckily it didn't lose you the race. Losing that time, you were still quite ahead. Yeah, just how it turns out.
I was worried about the chance, but I figured also that the routing I did, where everything was weird enough that I was banking on the fact that FPiz at least did either Upper Sector 4 or Upper Sector 5, since I know he plays very thoroughly.
I do everything. I don't skip anything.
Yeah, and sometimes being thorough is the thing to do, and sometimes it just doesn't pay off. And
I also made an active decision when I was save scumming my way through lower 2, which, by the way, if anybody wants to know what went into those routing decisions, I have no idea. I was asking myself the same question. I did make the decision that
weird.
if Zazabi had my go mode, I was just okay with losing the race.
Yeah, we were certainly wondering about all those and those resets there, but it's worked out. It just took you a bit longer to find Gravity Suit that way.
So I almost made chat very hype and almost cost myself the race. I was about to abandon the last set of Sector 2 checks I made. I was thinking Ridley.
Yeah, I was like, is she gonna leave Sector 2 and just not check where Gravity is?
But, I was going to go through Kago Skip into Sector 1 and go down to Ridley, but I was like, no, I need to check these last couple items in Sector 2. It'll be real dumb. I don't know how I haven't lost yet if I didn't check them.
You had been thorough about the rest of lower Sector 2, so that would have been very weird to see you skip those. But it can happen. And sometimes it might even be the right choice, but yeah, that's Randomizer. Any last feelings about this seed race?
I just had a lot of fun with this seed. This feels like a really fun rando seed to me.
No, this wasn't.
I might be a little biased here.
Yeah, I think you're both biased by your routing decisions pretty much.
But not because I lost, because I don't know, for me it wasn't a fun seed.
Aww.
I was fully expecting to go 0-2 in this series, so I guess that's not going to happen.
I mean, maybe tomorrow's will be more fun for you, FPiz, and you might win that one and we'll get a third race. Yeah.
I don't think I can beat FPiz 2 in a row.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We'll have to see tomorrow. This was game 1 of this match, and tomorrow we'll have game 2 starting at the same time, 12:40 p.m. EDT. Don't forget, for us Europeans and people outside of the US who have DST ending tomorrow, daylight savings time, that will mean that the race is starting an hour later for us technically than today, but it's the same time just because our clocks are being turned back.
Oh, I didn't realize that, because actually we did our scheduling in European time. I just didn't know that's when daylight savings time was there.
Didn't know either.
Yeah, it starts this night at 3 a.m. Our clocks get turned back to 2 a.m. here in Europe, and some other places maybe, but I'm not sure about those. So yeah, just keep that in mind. FPiz, and everyone else who might be watching from those time zones. And hope to see you all here again, and have a good second game in this match tomorrow.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, and GG again, FPiz.
GG.
GG to you both.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, with that we will end this stream of the Metroid Fusion Randomizer Tourney. Hope you all enjoyed. See you tomorrow, or whenever you're able to watch again. Bye!